Alright everybody, welcome back to this video in step 2 here. What we're going to be walking you through is how to actually install the form on your page so that a person can watch the video and elect to give you a name and email address for future follow-up. Now, I'll show you a little bit about where you're at. Here's the autoresponder page, okay, so you can make sure that you are on track. As you can see, we did, we have a little bit of revisions here under step 1. There's some steps here. You have your drop-down menu for your campaign code, and you should have already gone through, edited all your emails, and you are ready to rock and roll. Now, if you have not edited all of your emails, you have edited a few of them, as long as you log in every single day and edit at least one email, you're always going to stay ahead of any subscribers that you have from this point forward, and they're always going to get the right email follow-ups. And as you understand, it's very important that your links are working in the email follow-ups, or you're not going to get credit for any sales that are generated. So make sure that that step is done. It's very crucial to your own success. So we're going to walk you through real quick. Here I am at my WordPress dashboard for the website that we'll be building. So I'm going to go ahead and click on the visit site so you can see where we're at. This is the sales page with the Get Started Now button. We'll go to the Apply page, and I'm going to show you where the actual opt-in form will be going. So that's my page. So we've got right here is where the person's going to need to be able to put their name and email address to add themselves to our autoresponder list. And it's relatively simple to do. So what we're going to do is we're just going to go into our GVO account. Now, if you're on the page here, you can simply click the login to GVO right there, and you'll be able to get in if you're not already in your GVO account, which if you're following through, you probably are. And here we are at our dashboard. We're going to go ahead and click on the autoresponder. And then right here is our statistics page. And we're going to be clicking on this little tab that says form right here at the top. Go ahead and open that bad boy up. And as you can see, we actually don't have any forms because we haven't created any yet. We have installed our autoresponder follow-up sequence, but we haven't provided a way for a person to give us their information to initiate the first email. So we're going to do that right now by simply clicking here to create a new form. And we're going to be able to have some of our settings. The first thing you're going to notice is that the form name is some crazy form E7 whatever. We don't want that. We want something that we can personally identify when we're looking at this, because you can create as many different forms as you want, and you're going to experiment with this as you get better and a little more streamlined in your business. You're also going to be creating different forms for different types of websites, different places where you're going to be advertising. Say, for example, if you put an ad on Craigslist, you might have a different form or a completely different capture page for Craigslist responses and things of that nature. So there's a lot of different reasons why you create multiple forms. So creating a name that is easy for you to identify is very important. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to say DSD sales. Well, no, I'm just going to say DSD because this is a DSD campaign. And then our thank you page. Okay, pay very close attention here, guys. The thank you page is actually going to be where your subscriber is redirected after they provide you with their contact information. So in most cases, generally, what you're going to see is the thank you page is either going to be a page that says thank you, please go back and check your email for a double opt-in. We're actually going to be doing a single opt-in for our subscribers. So our thank you page, where we want them to go, will be to the actual video, the sales video for our system here. So if you take a look back here at our page, okay, when you go to the home page, when a person gives us the name and email, we want them to be directed to the page here so that they can watch the video, get some information about DS Domination, and get started with us right away. All right, and at that time, they are simultaneously added to our email follow-up sequence, which is going to give them more and more information over the course of time, and also direct them back to these other pages that we have created, giving them a different perspective, different view, and additional information so that they can make choices, okay? So what we need to do here is we need to drop down this little menu, go all the way down to the custom URL, okay? And in the custom URLs where you're going to be putting your homepage of your website. So for example, you would take your domain, just like it is right here in the top, because this is where they're going to be going. So I'm just going to go ahead and copy and paste that right into there, just like that. Okay. and the already subscribed thank you page. Now, this thank you page can be a series of things as well. We're going to keep it very, very simple, but the fact that you have the option here is really good, because once you get a little more advanced, you get a little more comfortable with creating your own videos. An already subscribed thank you page can be another redirect. So if a person goes back to your apply page, they enter their email in again, you don't want that person beginning at the beginning of your follow-up sequence. The system automatically knows that they've already submitted their information and will redirect them to another page of your choice. What we're going to do is we're just going to simply put it right to that same page. So I'm going to paste in there the domain for the actual page there, okay? Down here we have ad tracking. Again, this is going to be another advanced strategy for you. When you start marketing, you're going to want to know where your leads are coming from. So for example, you type in Craigslist or Facebook or wherever that you're going to be marketing this particular page with this particular form on it, and it's going to be able to help you identify where some of your traffic's coming from. Past form data, we're just going to make sure that that form is checked really often. To be perfectly honest with you, I don't even really know what this does. Right here we have double opt-in. Make sure we check that box. Make sure there's no check mark in that box. Okay, guys, what double opt-in is when a person provides you with their name and email address, they have to go back to their email and confirm that they were interested in receiving that information. When in most cases, that's going to really significantly reduce the amount of actual subscribers that you're getting, where what we're doing here is a simple filter. This is the front end filtering process to our sales funnel. So we want to be able to get as many subscribers as possible without having to worry about losing any possible potential business partners because of a double opt-in. So double opt-in is a really good practice. I want to make sure that you guys understand that having a double opt-in email autoresponder campaign is actually probably a better business practice in the long run, because you're going to get a higher quality subscriber rate and your click-throughs and everything are going to be a lot higher. But for all intensive purposes, what we're doing right now is just building a list to start filtering through more of the serious than the curious people. And later on, we'll segment our list and we'll get into that in a little more detail. Okay. Right down here, we have our main fields. This is where you're going to be able to determine what information you want to collect from your subscriber. This is by default within GVO. There is a lot of different ways where you can create additional forms and be able to have, for example, a phone number or an address or something like that if you wanted to collect that information. But right now, what we're going to be doing is we're just going to leave the full name and the email checked. So what it's going to do is it's going to give a person the ability to just put their name in a box and their email in a box. Now, one thing that does reduce the amount of people who will opt in is collecting more information. Statistically, you're going to get a higher opt-in rate, which means higher number of people are going to provide you with just an email address versus a name and email address. So what we do is we're just going to go ahead and check this box that makes this name field required. So they don't necessarily have to put the name in, but it's still going to be an option for them, okay? And we'll show you why we're going to do that here in a moment. Now, the submit button text. This is like a lot of split testing that you can do with your terminology here. This one says submit. I'm going to change this to watch the video, okay? And you can do the same thing. Change that to something else besides submit. Do a little bit of experimenting with some different terms, call to actions, and things of that nature. Once you have gotten these few steps completed, all you're going to do is click the Create button. And there it is. There is our form ready to rock and roll, okay? So now you're probably wondering, well, what does this mean? What am I going to do with that? Well, let's take a look and see what we're going to see, okay? This is the action tabs on the right-hand side. If I wanted to edit my form, I could do it here. If I want to preview it, I can simply click on this little magnifying glass thing and you can take a peek. This is what the form will actually look like. It's relatively simple. As you can see, a person can select the fields and click watch the video. They'll be able to put their name and email address in there and start a follow-up sequence. So what we want to do is we want to install this on our page. Okay, so right here is a little piece of paper looking thing. This is the HTML code for this form. So what we need to do is we need to click on that tab, and as you can see, it's going to open a window. And this particular window, we just want to copy the code right inside of this box. Okay, so you just highlight it, right click, and click the copy button. Then we need to go over to our website. Okay, so I'm going to go into the new tab. I'm going to come back to my dashboard. I'm going to go to my pages. I'm going to click on the apply page. work from home on your computer. This is my apply page, so we're going to edit that. And right here is the code. As you can see, if we click on the visual, this is what it's going to look like. Now what we want to do is we want to be able to determine where in this code we want to paste our text that we just copied from GVO. Okay, so what we need to do is real simple. Just come on over here, and as you can see, I'd like to have my form right below the video right here. So I'm just going to go ahead and put a bunch of X's right there, and you'll see why when we click back over here, visual versus text, click back on the text, and here's our X's right there. So what I want to do is just highlight those X's, click the paste button, and that's my code. So I can come back here, I can take a look and see what that's going to look like. Boom, there it is, full name and email address, watch the video. Okay, so what we want to do is we want to click the update button. That is updated, click to view the page.
How you doing, folks?
Fantastic, and there we go. We've got ourselves a form, email, collect all that wonderful stuff right below our video. There's a space here. I don't know if I really like that space because, again, what we want, this is what our page is going to look like when a person goes to it. Anything that requires you to scroll down is not considered what we call above the fold. So we want to make sure is that our form is above the fold. Now, how do we do that? Easy again. Just going to go right back into edit the page right here at the top. And as you can see, I do have some spaces that I could take out. So just go ahead and delete these spaces. Click the update button. View the page. And there we go. So you can see that it's asking.
My name is Andrew Newman, and if you landed on this page, you're probably looking for a way you can...
Just like that, okay? So again, guys, this is just a real basic, real simple web page you can put together to start collecting names and email addresses and move forward within your business. Now, as we continue on, this whole process here was to teach you how you can start and learn how to manipulate, how to get code and all that kind of stuff on a page. There's a lot of editing that we can do. We can create lots of different capture pages. We're going to show you how to create different capture pages like this one right here. Okay. This is one of my personal capture pages that I use in my own marketing. As you can see, this looks a lot more, appealing than the ones that we're creating now. But again, guys, the purposes of these videos are just to get you going, get you understanding the basics of WordPress, because this is a WordPress a website that I built this page on here. Again, also, I'll show you another one with a video on it. And this is another one that I actually use very consistently. Oops.
Hello and welcome to GlobalWealthTakeover.com. My name is Andrew Newman, and you've landed here on our testimonials page.
Oh, good Lord. Sorry, guys, about that. I have a couple of exit redirects on my pages, but this here is another page that I use. This is a video lead capture page. As you guys can see, these look a little bit different than the pages that you are building right now. But the basic fundamentals behind building a page like this is exactly the same. The only thing difference is the layout, how it's structured, and we're going to get into a little bit more detailed training on how you can edit your pages, make them look a little bit more unique in the market, okay? But for all the most part, for all intents and purposes, everything that we've got working for you here today is what you can expect to see by the time you are done. Now, remember our motto, in God we trust, all others we check. So what we want to do is make sure that this works. So we're going to enter a name. I'm going to go ahead and put my name in there. And I'm going to go into, let's see here. Okay, I'm going to see, click watch the video. There is no campaign for subscription. Okay, so we have run into a problem here. And then what it did is it brought me right back. Now, that's an issue that we want to be able to resolve. So what we're going to go in is we're going to go in and take a peek. Okay, sorry about that. It took a moment just to kind of figure out what was going on there, but we actually got it fixed. So what we're going to do is actually, the spaces here, when we deleted the spaces, it actually took out some of the codes to attach this particular form to our video. But what we're going to be doing, once you have this form on your page, a person can simply come here, They could throw their email address in, click watch the video, and it's going to bring them right on over here to your page where they can watch the video, click the get started now, and this is going to allow them to sign up right in your DS domination business on your team. As you can see, this is all set up by me. Now, it's really easy to do this, guys. I hope this helped you kind of get set up, ready to rock and roll. Now, in the next videos, what we're going to be showing you how to do is how to place some ads, how to use Facebook, how to use Craigslist, how to use some of the free marketing resources that we have online, as well as some paid strategies to be able to start building your list right away. We're also going to show you some of the tools and resources that we use to build some of the most beautiful capture pages you're ever going to meet, like the video page I showed you earlier, as well as the text-based page I showed you earlier. Show you some plugins and show you how you can really start to capture a lot of the abilities, a lot of the leads and things like that online. There's some resources and tools available to you in the GVO back office with Pure Leverage that are going to allow you to create unbelievably high converting capture pages as well. So any questions, any concerns, any comments, feel free to ask. We can go on to Facebook. globaltakeover.com is our Facebook group, so you can go in there and you can actually ask any questions within that group about the process, about getting the system set up, or anything of that nature. So anyways, guys, feel free to rewind this, watch this again. And again, I apologize for the initial error and what it was doing to the video. But now you guys can understand that every time we're doing this stuff, we do run into errors. And it's as simple as going back and re-troubleshooting the problem. All I did to fix the problem with the form was simply reinstall it onto the page and not take out the spaces in between the sign-up process. So as you can see, when you're marketing, what you'll do is you'll take this page, for example, we'll go like this, go into Facebook, okay, and you can see, just pick a random group here. Let's see, Elite Millionaires. Okay, just paste your link right there, click the post button, and you'll see that a person can click on that link. It's going to bring them right on over to this page where they can give you a name and an email address. So that's how it works. Really, really, really simple for a person to do, and you can easily see how this is a great process. Anyways, this is Andrew Newman signing out of this particular video. I will see you in the next video. Have a great and profitable day.